Question 6. The height in meters of a bird to catch a fish in a pond can be represented by this function, where t is the time in seconds when the bird starts to fly to catch the fish. Alright, let's imagine a bird flying to catch a fish from the pond. So it'll fly down and then it'll fly up. So that's what they're trying to say here. This is t minus 3. So the first question is asking us to sketch this graph. So let's look at how to sketch this graph. Okay. So this is our y-axis, this is our x-axis. So the equation that they gave us is ht is 2t minus 3 squared. Okay. So first we need to check the shape of the graph. To check the shape, in this case, if you expand this t, it will become t square times 2. So you'll get 2t square plus something something something. So in this case, this value is our a, and our a is 2. So if a is more than 0, we will get a smiley face. So in this case, the graph will be a smiley face. If our a is negative, we will get a sad face. Okay, so we already know we're going to get a smiley face. Okay, next, we need to find the coordinates of the minimum point. So to find the coordinates of minimum point, this will be plus 0. These values will be our minimum point. Okay, just that you need to change the x value from negative 3 to positive 3. Whenever you're removing out from the bracket, you must change the symbol. So if it's negative, it becomes positive. If it's positive, it'll become negative. And then y here is just 0 lah. So our vertex is at 3, 0. 3, 0 would be somewhere here. So our graph will be something like this. Then the third information we need is the y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, at the y-intercept, you must remember x equals to 0. So in this case, our x value is actually t. Actually here also must write t lah. This is t and this will be ht. So when t is 0, ht equals to how much? So we just sub the t is 0 here. So I can say 2 times 0 minus 3 square plus 0, which is 18. So when x is 0, ht is 18. So our y-intercept would be 18. This is the graph of ht. Done. A done. Next, B. The movement of another bird is represented by the function this one. Right, so another bird's one we use green color. Another bird is this. Sketch the graph of RT. Alright, so now we need to sketch the graph of RT, where RT is 2 of HT. So 2 of 2t minus 3 square, which is 4t minus 3 square plus 0 also. So in this case, the only thing that has changed is the a value. The a from 2 it became 4. Okay, so when a value changes, when a becomes bigger, our width of graph will become smaller. This one we've already discussed in one of the previous questions. I'll link the question in the description below. If a becomes smaller, our width of the graph will become bigger. So in this case, our a was initially 2, now our A is 4. So A has increased. Therefore, the width of the new graph will become smaller. So our graph will become thinner. Okay. Something like this. This is what our graph will look like. Okay, so here for this graph, we need to extend it so that it cuts the y-axis. Okay, something like this. Something like this. Right. So this will be our equation, our graph of RT. So the y-intercept we need to find as well. So what I can do is we can extend this line. Bring it here. So our graph will intersect somewhere here. So this intersection we also need to find. To find that, let's look at t equals to 0. So when t equals to 0, that means this one has to be 0. So 4 times 0 minus 3 square plus 0, we get 36. So RT will equal to 36. Therefore, this value up here is 36. Okay, this will be our y-axis lah. Right, done. So the graph, you just have to remember, you have to draw a thinner graph compared to the earlier thicker graph. Because when A becomes bigger, the graph will become thinner and thinner. Right. So this is B. Done. Next, C. Compare the graph of HT and RT. Which bird starts to move at the highest position? Explain. Right. So the trajectory of RT is actually a steep turn down and a steep climb up. But HT is not so steep lah. HT is quite chill. So in this case, the highest position actually is RT. RT starts at 36 meters above the sea level. HT only started 18 meters from sea level. So we can conclude this. We can say RT starts at a higher position, or at the highest position, then you can put in bracket 36 meters above sea level, or you can say water level lah. Okay, in this case they said it's just a pond, right? So that is the whole purpose of us finding the y-intercept, to find the starting position. See, done. That's it.